Good morning, class ninth. Our today's topic is Hitler's rise to power. Hitler was born in 1889 in Austria. The socio-economic and political condition of Germany led to the rise of Hitler. After Versailles Treaty, he joined the German Workers' Party in 1919, which was later renamed as the National Socialist German Workers' Party. Underline it. It was later known as the Nazi Party, and in later years, it is also known as it is means the National Socialist German Workers' Party, known as the Nazi Party. In 1923, Hitler planned to seize control of Bavaria, march to Berlin, and capture power. He was arrested, tried for treason, and later released. In this consequence, he was arrested. It was decided to send him in treason, but anyhow, he was released. After 1929, banks collapsed, business were closed down, and people lost their jobs. In this situation of despair, Nazi propaganda gave hopes of a better future to the German people. In 1928, the Nazi Party got only 2.6% votes in the elections to the Reichstag, the German parliament. The German parliament is known as Reichstag. By 1932, it had become the largest party with 37% votes. During this period, Hitler had made some promises. Hitler was a powerful speaker. His passionate speeches about the fatherland and promises inspired German people. So, whatever he had promised were that he promised to build a strong nation. He promised to the Germany that he had to build a strong nation, undo the injustice of the Versailles Treaty, restore the dignity of the German people, and create opportunities for unemployed people. He also promised employment for those looking for work and a secure future for the youth. He promised to weed out all foreign influences and to resist all foreign conspiracies against Germany. The red banners with the swastika, the Nazi salute, and the ritualized rounds of applause after every speech were new development. At the time of Hitler, Nazi propaganda skillfully projected Hitler as a Messiah, a savior, as someone who had arrived to help German people in a time of acute economic and political crisis. On 30th January 1933, President Hindenburg offered the chancellorship to Hitler. It was the highest position in the cabinet of ministers after gaining power. Having acquired the power, suspension of civic rights and Hitler started to destroy the structures of democratic rules. A mysterious fire that broke out in the German parliament building in February facilitated his move in removing the democratic structures in Germany. Hitler indefinitely suspended civic rights like freedom of speech, press, and assembly by the fire decree of 28 February 1933. The communists were the arch enemies of Hitler. After suspension of civic rights, Hitler turned on the communists. Most of them were sent to the newly established concentration camps. The repression of the communists was severe. However, they were only one among the 52 types of victims prosecuted by the Nazis across the country. Thank you. After that, we have to study about the Enabling Act in next video. Good day.